From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy going to the air right away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Back to throw, Purdy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
40-yard line.
Well, Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Here's Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Rams have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. They played well in all 3 phases of the game. I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Blue 60.
throwing is Stafford. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Stafford. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
50-50.
Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, 49ers 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the breath, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
You talk about this Rams defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing here, Purdy. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following the 7-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Niners' 38-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. They'll get further out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
49ers 11-yard line.
Now Williams running left. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Now Purdy. Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
42-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, 52 yards. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Rams 21, 49-7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty.
Touchdown! Ricky Pearsall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. We'll look to Williams to begin things. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Monday.
Here's Stafford. Campbell making the catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that will set up the 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Point after right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
Now they're on 35-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it left, but it's not enough. You better reach them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I choose you. Hey, watch him do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Waiting. Like 7. Like 54.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Stay 50, stay 50.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Stafford. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. So he stopped for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Pass caught by Pearson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Purdy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And middle. And middle. Omaha, ready, move.
Now Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
13 yards.
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Zebra. 180.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 34 yards. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Monday.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
But those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Final play of the half. Purdy. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
59!
Stafford will drop this down to Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now we'll give up the middle to Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
I think it's pretty evident. We can see what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Number 86, incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
San Francisco.
Now Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
Purdy now to throw. And it's incomplete. Well, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. Here's Purdy. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second down and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA! Devontae Adams. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
The way they things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they're going to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
15 for the Niners there to first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
49ers 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Rams.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday night primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play fake and it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are right back in this football game. That is a play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at about the 32. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. The slot man in motion right. Purdy, big fourth down play. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
49ers, 38.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Stafford now to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3. Now it's Stafford. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw, Purdy. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you're running drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings.
2 yards on the play. First down, 49ers.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Party got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And the 49er first down.
Here's first down. Purdy to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Purdy to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. To throw is Purdy. And it is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Purdy to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock.
and let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing, Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
You just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Robinson is in. Touchdown 49ers.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's Stafford. And that's caught by Williams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Here's 2nd down. Purdy. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
This out. Get your money down. Get your money down. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it will quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll bring up a second and short. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. To about the 26 here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 19-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. Until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Tackled down at the 1.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Blue 60. 53. Ready.
Now Stafford. Got a man, it's Higby, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Now Stafford. That one in the hands of Adams downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Stafford looks to throw again. That ball caught by Campbell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. His padding is already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have